This could be us. So back to what I was saying. Could be us.
What up, what up?
What up, what up?
Welcome y'all to another edition of
Tonya and Herm.
Weapon H All-in-One Podcast. Tonya and Herm. All right.
Hi, dear.
How are you?
Great.
Today
Thank you for coming to take care of me.
Oh, well, you know, gotta do what I gotta do sometimes.
Public service announcement. I've been sick for 2 weeks. 2 weeks, coughing.
2 weeks? Okay.
It's been 2 weeks, coughing. And finally, rubbing the Vicks on me. I didn't cough all night. So thank you. Thank you to your father for suggesting that.
Right, yeah.
Because we used Vicks back in the day.
Yeah, we did. And we forgot about it.
And just so you know, you were trying to put it under my nose.
Yes.
It says on the bottom, don't do that.
Okay, what is it?
Don't put it on your nose.
I didn't
right
put it on
here,
under here.
I immediately felt a relief. I didn't cough all night.
Breaks up the phlegm.
I'm going to need some tonight, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so thank you.
You're very welcome. But today's episode, we actually gonna dive into some hilarious dating stories of someone we know.
A certain 28-year-old.
Right. That has some of the most hilarious stories that you would.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, she's ridiculous.
But I think I did have hilarious dating stories at that age. But it's even funnier now because social media and the foolishness. I mean, I think I dealt with foolishness back in the day too.
Okay, so start off with one of the stories.
Her stories?
Yeah.
So she met this guy and he has a couple kids. She has none. And he said, he really doesn't have time to date. And, he has 2 kids and he works a lot. And he just doesn't have time. So in that instance, I'm like, just let him go. Because he's saying he doesn't have time. You have time for what you want to have time for. Agreed? Agreed. So
I mean, you can wait till I answer first, but okay.
Because you agree. You make time for what you want to make time for.
You do, but okay. But
you make time for what you want to make time for.
All right, come on now. Go. Keep going.
So he said he was going out of town. So she said, oh, okay. So then she reached out to him. It's like, how's it going? He was like, good. So she's like thinking he went to see friends. And so she's just trying to engage in conversation.
He's a family too? He's a family, right?
He said something to that effect. And so finally he was like, all right, damn, I'm with a girl. I was with a girl. And she was like, whoa, I was just asking how it's going. I thought maybe, because you're right. I think he did say there was some family stuff going on and that's what he was doing. So he admitted to, going away with the girl. And I told her, all right, so clearly he's not interested in you. Because if he was interested, he would have also, instead of sending her text, what you doing, where you at, he would have said, this is the weekend I don't have the kids. Why don't we try and get together? Right?
Yeah.
But he didn't do that. So I was like, just move away from it. But now, and then he went away with a girl, and listen, when you're dating,
You have every right to be able to do that.
you have every right to be, dating other people.
Absolutely.
But do not hit me up in my DMs or texting me, what am I doing, if you don't have a plan to take me out. We ain't gonna be phone buddies. I got enough of those. We ain't gonna be text message buddies. So I said, leave him alone. He obviously isn't interested. Because he would have made a date already, right?
I would say so. But then they had plans to do something a couple of times? And it fell through or something like that? Can't remember.
I think he was just like, I'm tired. I work a lot. I got kids. I think
that alone should have been enough anyway.
Well, I don't think at 28 years old you can say you can't date somebody because they have kids. I think that's the age where people may have, been married and, now they're divorced and maybe it didn't work out. I don't think it's unrealistic to date somebody that doesn't have kids. That's just my opinion. I don't think there's wrong with anyone?
Depends on the situation and how small they are. If they're little now, I'm good. Just saying.
Why?
As you already know, that's not. It's already gonna be a situation where they got to spend a lot of time with them kids. You're not. What you gonna build?
Them kids.
I say you got a lot of kids when they're small like that. It's a lot of time you have to spend with them kids like that. I mean,
So what's wrong with that?
nothing wrong with it, but how you can't. It's gonna be hard to build something.
Not
When
necessarily.
they're older, you're a little different, so you can kind of, you do your thing and you can hang out sometimes, but you're not gonna have time to really date when they're little like that.
You make
very
time
hard.
to do what you want to do.
Yeah. Like that is I agree most of the time, but in that situation where you have small ones and you need somebody to watch them, it's not the same. You may not have that person to be able to watch those kids. So I don't know. I can't say it when they're little. That's why I said with little ones, it's a little different.
Well, I mean, at 28, you're not gonna have a 15-year-old.
At all. So you already know they're going to be small. And if the situation is not in place where they're splitting time or they have someone that can help watch over them, it's going to be extremely hard to be able to date and build a relationship with somebody like that. I mean, it's unfortunate, but that's what it is.
That's not true.
Well, that's the way I see it.
Because when you're dating somebody, you're planning. You're not seeing that person every day.
True.
So if he has his kid, even if he has his kid every weekend, you can still plan something or get a babysitter, somebody that trusts and reliable. Oh no, we're going to go to dinner really quick and be back in a couple hours,
But that's the thing. If they have someone that's reliable, and then they may have, if they're athletic or they're into sports or they're into activities, that stuff is going on during the weekends.
Right.
So where's the time going to come in?
Time's going to come when you have time. I mean, hopefully the other person has things going on also.
Absolutely.
They may have a career, and they want to spend time alone. I love my alone time.
I get that, but I'm just saying. But for building, that's going to be very difficult.
But what's to say building requires a certain amount of time?
Not a certain amount of time. If you have none at all.
That's exaggeratory. They have some, they just don't have a lot.
Okay.
You didn't really date many people with kids, huh?
No. I've dated a few, but no. Typically, if they had them, I'm like...
Well, I got a bunch of kids.
Nah. Yeah, but they're older. That's what I mean. I'm talking about little kids.
But you also realize my older kids still require a lot of time.
Yes, but they're
Because
able to take care of themselves if need be, though.
I mean, I'm still making dinner for them. I still have to drive them
I
to
didn't
their
say what you're
practices. I have to
doing.
drive them
I
for
didn't
school.
say what you're doing.
I gotta go. I want to go to their
I
games.
didn't say what you're doing. I said need. They don't. You do it because that's what you love to do. They're doing it because yes, they definitely want, but they don't need you to. They can take care of themselves at that.
They can.
At that point.
They're boys.
Mercy.
They can't.
I'm sure if they get hungry, they find them some food in here.
They will order DoorDash.
There they go. They can take care of themselves.
I don't want them doing that.
Okay, but I'm just saying, but they can. That's all. That's what I mean. That's it. That's where the difference comes in between at least teenage adolescents and very little kids.
I feel like my kids require a whole lot more time than they did when they were younger. And that's just how I feel.
Okay. You're a rare case.
I'm a rare case?
A different case. I should say it that way. Everybody's not like that. Everyone doesn't go to all the games. I mean, so it depends on, that's what it depends on the person. Just depends on the person's situation. Yeah. But going back to him, apparently he has time because, if he can go away and do something on the weekend, but.
Right. And he's still texting. I'm like, just tell him you're not interested.
Or just don't answer.
No, that's...
She,
Why? Why can't you say I'm not interested?
Did she say she did that already?
No, she didn't do that. She's not saying that.
Oh. Well,
I truly believe if you're not interested in someone, don't have them keep texting. Just say, I'm not interested.
But a lot of times they do that and they still keep texting. Then what do you do?
That's not true.
Oh, yes, it is.
No, it's not. If I
can
tell
speak
someone I'm not
firsthand.
interested, they stop texting.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, don't look at me like that. I know this for a fact that happened plenty.
You've texted a woman I'm not interested and they keep on texting?
I've had it, yes.
All right, let's hear it.
No, you're not going into it.
Because
But it's
you're
happened.
not telling the truth.
It's happened.
Who?
I'm
What did
not
you say?
bringing no names.
I didn't ask for any names,
Oh.
Mr. Austin.
I'm just saying. I said I don't think this going to work out like that.
You don't
I'd
think?
rather not.
You weren't definitive. I don't think it's going to work
I
out.
don't
You're
think it's
leaving the
gonna work
door
out for us.
open.
I don't think it's gonna work. Okay, if you tell me I don't think it's gonna work out for us, I'm not gonna text you back. Period. It is what it is. I don't know how much,
So-
it's definitely not going. I'm doing it nice.
That's nice. Oh, I don't think it's going to work out.
Yes,
that's nice.
That's very nice.
That's coward.
No, I don't think.
But did you give him an excuse?
Huh?
A reason?
Reason why? Yeah, I just said I don't think it's gonna work out.
Why?
It depends on it depends on how long we've been talking. We've been talking a little bit, and I decide it's because this and this and that. I'll give them a few reasons, and some.
And then they try to defend themselves?
Some do, some don't. Look, all right, you got your own little world, but I mean, this happens a lot. It's not just me. I've seen this happen a lot when they say I'm good. Especially more so, I see it more so with
What does that even
women.
mean? Nah, I'm
with
good.
women saying that they're not interested, and the guys keep texting. I see more cases of that than the other way around.
Where am I going? Excuse me. If I text a guy, I'm not interested.
And there's some that will text back, quite a few.
They'll be like, all right, take care.
Okay.
Maybe I have men
Yeah.
that are more ego driven and want to know why and just keep on texting.
Mm-hmm.
What are you saying that for?
You just saying they say, okay, that's it. They won't text no more.
Right, but I give them, they don't. If you tell somebody I'm not interested, they're most likely not going to text anymore.
Okay. If you say so.
That hasn't been your experience.
Yes. I've had both. And that's just...
Have you had anybody say, you tell them I'm not interested and they cuss you out?
Nah, I haven't had to deal with any of that. Nah.
Did they start crying and say, why? That wasn't me. What are you looking at me like that for?
That you gonna bring that up?
Huh?
Huh? Yes.
Stop stuttering.
Yo, because I don't want to... Yes. That's kind of messed up after they cry. I don't want to tell on somebody like they cry. Yeah. I mean, yes, it has. Right.
And did that change your mind?
No.
Did you start crying?
No.
Did you feel bad?
No.
Oh. My microphone. Check one.
No, I didn't. No, because I felt in my view in this situation, I was being straight up about it. I was honest about it. So
You were honest
what
about
What
it?
can you do? What can you do? If
You were
see you're not
honest
really-
about it? What does that mean? What do you mean you were honest about
That
it?
I'm telling them, I don't, it's not gonna go any
And then
farther.
they just start crying.
They start, yes. They cry because they thought it can go somewhere, and I didn't think it would.
And did you, when they start crying, did you say, all right, let's try it again?
No.
So tears doesn't move
Because
you.
it wasn't that. Because for me to go to that point, I've already thought this out. It wasn't like I don't knee-jerk reaction to say it. It's something I've already thought out. So I put a lot of thought into it before I come to you like that. And I go through all of the things that maybe, okay, this is good, the pros and the cons, everything, and I come to that conclusion, and that's just what it is. I'm not, crying is not going to make it change. It's not that that doesn't mean that I'm not sympathetic to what their side, but that's just what it is.
It is what it is, huh?
Yeah.
So has a woman ever said to you, I'm not really interested? And
Yes.
Did you ever say, why not?
Nah, not really. Because for the most part, I kind of already knew why.
Interesting.
They just happened to say it before I did, which I was thankful of. That I didn't have to, it helps people.
Do you do things to
No.
sabotage a relationship?
Oh, do I do things? I've done that before.
You
Yeah,
answering
yeah, I've done
no
that before.
for
I had
so
to think
fast
of.
then.
No, I don't. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, it's been a long time, but I've done it before. But that's
I
not
do
something
that so that
it's
people
not
can break
something
up
that
with
I
me.
normally do. But I've done it before. Yeah,
I do it all the time.
yeah. Well, that's cowardly.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
It's more cowardly than what you tried to say I was. I'm saying I don't think it's gonna work out. That's telling you it's not gonna work out, but you gonna tell me.
When you say I think,
I said I don't think this is gonna work out. So why is it that you think she didn't cut him off yet?
she likes the drama. The 20-year-old is drama driven. And I think sometimes you don't have enough going on. You kind of like the excitement and the drama and all that. So you create havoc. And you do.
You sound like you know from experience, huh?
Oh, yeah. I was that age also.
That's what you were doing at 28.
I was doing a whole bunch of stuff I wasn't supposed to be doing at 28.
Why weren't you supposed to be doing it?
I think when you don't feel good about yourself, you create havoc and drama. And, you know, my mother passed away and I was still trying to find myself. My father was difficult. I had a baby and it was just chaos around me. Chaos. And the only way I tormented the people I dated. I did.
Okay.
And I think that goes with this little 28-year-old. I think, you know, there's some type of chaos in her professional life. Her personal life isn't going the way she wants to. So she causes drama. Well, she doesn't cause it because I really think she should just text that guy and say, I'm not interested. But instead, she just, you know, entertains the foolishness. When at some point you just be like, I'm not dealing with this. You know, at what point do you say, I'm not dealing with this?
Pretty early on for me. But,
yeah.
You know.
Yeah. I agree. Well, yeah. I mean, you're a different breed, though.
Okay. We'll go with that.
Yeah. That's why, you know, we really didn't go anywhere when we were young. What'd you do that finger for? Oh, you want me closer?
Yeah, you keep going out the camera doing whatever you're doing.
I'm not doing anything.
Okay, so now you're going to lean.
Lean back. Lean back.
Boy.
So,
but yeah, as you can see. But yeah, so I'm just it was a question that I was just, you know, just wondering because the situation, I mean, everything about the situation would say just, okay, I'm done with that. I don't need that kind of mess. But apparently she entertains it.
Mm-hmm. And at this point in my life, I don't want to entertain anything that's going to cause me any type of angst or confusion or wish-washiness. I am not entertaining no type of wish-washiness.
Do you think she gets a little enjoyment out of it?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. That's something new. Because me, I guess me, I never had that kind of patience. I just, okay.
You're a different breed, Mr. Olson.
Right. We've established that.
Yeah.
But being that you are a bit close to the situation, like as far as having lived somewhat the same, I guess you would be more of a closer to an expert on it because you've actually dealt with it.
I mean, even I know women my age that deal with men being mean, wish-washy. Like, are you that pressed to be in a relationship that you just can't say no?
Well, a lot of people they'd rather be in a bad relationship than be by themselves. And I've seen that a lot. And that is something that I've never understood, but I see it happening over and over again. Like, they'll stay in a bad situation. I mean, they could be doing some horrific things to them, but they'll still rather that than to be by themselves. Are you that disappointed or that what's the word I'm looking for? Down, or I'll just use for right now, down on yourself, that
Insecure.
you don't want to be, you are that afraid to be by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Do you not like what you're seeing? Is it a thing of you're just not liking what you're seeing? You're not liking where you're at. What causes you to be? I mean, I won't say desperate, but what causes you to be
desperate? It is desperate.
Like, you know, just, well, for lack of another word right now, to be that desperate where you would just be with anyone just to say you're with someone or in a relationship, no matter if it's not good or not.
Well, it just breaks my heart.
I don't know. I'm just.
I'm not an expert by no means, but I think everyone has a breaking point, and mine may come a little sooner.
Okay. But me personally, I've been by myself for so long. I don't know. It's just.
You're not by yourself now.
Okay, but I'm just saying, I've spent a lot of time with myself, so I'm not opposed to seeing that person, even when some of the situations were my fault. I didn't have a problem with seeing the things that I've done wrong in there, to the point where I just gotta jump and be with somebody just to be with somebody. That's just, to me, that's agitation, that's aggravation to me. I can't do it. I'm just gonna be with, let me just be with her because I got somebody now, so I'm good.
I don't really know. I think more people find it hard to get out of it once you're in it, and you don't know how to kind of know when it is, when it's the end. I think that may be it also, because breaking up is hard to do.
It is, I guess, but for me, I don't know. It's hard for me to understand, like, especially when it becomes extremely verbally abusive. That can go on both sides. The guy can be verbally abusive, or the woman can be verbally abusive.
Because you can't take back words after you said them.
I mean, yeah, all you can do is apologize, but still, if it's something that's continuance,
right?
Like, it's one time it happened and you just really got, your emotions ran high.
Yeah, but even then, you're still in the back of my head. I'm like, I can't believe they said that. That wasn't nice.
Yeah.
So you always have to be careful what you say and how you say it, because that does have a lingering effect.
It does. But my thing is, when that happens, and then once it happens multiple times, what goes through your mind that make you afraid to leave after that? That's the question I'm asking.
What makes you afraid to leave?
Yeah, like, if they're just verbally abusive, why has it become hard? Why is it still hard to leave if they're
it's
just
not hard for me to leave if somebody's verbally abusive to me.
No, okay. It's been a lot of situations where I see where I can be, for some even physically. I don't even really want to go there, but I'm just gonna go with verbally. But it's verbally and even physical, they still don't leave. And some of it, I mean, is it that scary to be out there and find somebody new?
Well, that's me.
Yeah. Well, I'm posing this to everybody, so you guys can get down there in that comments and give me some information on where maybe I don't understand, because I'm not built like that, but maybe you guys can put in the comments and kind of give me some insight on why it becomes so difficult, even when someone is just, they're not right, they're verbally abusive, and there's nothing about them that should keep you going, but you still stay. So, again, I'd like to thank you guys for joining in. Another episode. Getting it in here. We build it up. Thanks for the subscriptions. Still want to build the numbers up. Now we've gotten high enough where we can actually get ready to do that live. So be on the lookout for that. But I'll give you guys a heads up once we do it, so we can be able to do our first YouTube live.
In person?
Yes, we will. But again, thank you guys for tuning in. Get those more subscriptions up. Get those comments going. We will be responding. whether it's me or her, sometimes both of us. Hit those notifications so you guys will know when we do that live. You guys will be able to tune in and be there live in effect.
And let us know what
right
topics that you're interested
in
in hearing
absolutely.
us talk about.
Absolutely. That's a great idea. Yeah. Put in the comments some stuff that you would like to hear us go in about. Because that way we know we can get the interactions and get you back and forth. So perfect. And again, thank you for joining in. We'll see you guys soon.
This could be us. So back to what I was saying. Could be us.